LD was a serious type person.
Dedication comes to mind.
A gentle giant.
He loved really openly.
He was just a special man, and once you knew him, you couldn't help but love him.
He started the business when he was just 26, having come back from World War II as a Marine.
So LD was one of the earlier air conditioning contractors that we did business with and sold equipment to. LD had a great reputation, as we found out. We were looking for people with high character, integrity, honesty.
Well, he was, the customer, he was fair with them up front, and what he said is what he would do.
He would never ask an employee to do something that he wasn't willing to do himself.
I never met anybody with any higher character than LD Lawson.
He was asked to be on so many committees. He was appointed chairman of the Lake Lanier Islands Board of Authority by Governor George Busby. Very, very wonderful member of the Gainesville Lions Club.
A Mason, involved with some of their work in recognizing veterans, and though he was one, he never sought any credit or recognition for himself.
He was the Rotarian of the Year, and it was particularly meaningful that he got that award because he was not in the Rotary Club.
I first met him at First Baptist Church, where he was very active.
His legacy in the life of First Baptist Church is huge.
He was a very dedicated Christian. He spent a lot of prayerful time when he was making decisions, both on a personal level and on a business level, and I think that certainly shines through.
You did not see him anywhere that he did not have a smile on his face and a twinkle in his eye.
He truly thought about the other person more than himself.
He didn't know any strangers.
The way that past customers have talked about him, that knew him personally, they could see just by meeting him or talking to him that he really loved his job. He really loved, his company.
His presence is still there through, I think, the employees that are still with us. We have a lot of long-term employees that certainly are still there and worked with LD when he was alive and in the business. They carry, as well as we do, in inflecting his desires and his leadership abilities that he possessed and passed on to so many of us. So I think that currently that's keeps him with us most every day.
I've never used anybody but them in Gainesville. Every person they send to my house, and this is to Debbie's credit too and Vince, but that whole outfit is a class act. Every young guy or person they have sent to my house, I do a twice-a-year contract, and every one of them, I think I'd take them in.
That kind of work ethic and that kind of attention to the customers and to details, that still remains to this day.
I think our longevity, being in business 71 years now, and seeing the passion that my parents have instilled in me about the company and with the company in mind.
Our youngest son, Travis, is in the business now too, has been with us about 3 years now. And it's just always, he never wanted to do anything else.
Seeing how moving that was to them and how much effort and time they put into trying to do the right thing every day by our employees and our customers and our family too. Carrying that legacy on would be a really moving thing for me.
I'm a little proud of him. When I was 8, Mother and Daddy and I went to the Redwood Forest in California for a family vacation. And in the gift shop, we bought 2 seedlings of California redwood trees. Daddy and I planted those on the property where Vince and I have our family home today. And those trees, 51 years later, are just magnificent. They're over 60 feet tall. And they shouldn't have grown here. They really shouldn't. I've had people from the Georgia Forestry Commission come, and they're amazed that they're so healthy, vibrant, and just majestic trees. But that's kind of like the business is. Who would have thought, back when air conditioning wasn't even the norm in our community, Daddy started the business. He planted those seeds, and he nurtured it along the way. And now, some 70 plus years later, the company is thriving. It's something, I see that tree every morning when I get up. It's just outside of our bedroom. And I smile because it makes me think of him.
Well, it was a privilege to know L.D. Lawson in many ways and to count him as a special friend.
He was a friend to me, yeah.
A gentleman, a Southern gentleman.
And LD helped lay a great foundation for his company, for his family, and definitely for this community.
He just always sought to do the right thing, and everything else would come into play.